Lisa Haven here. Well, a lot is happening with our fellow alternative media news reporter, Julian Assange, and I wanted to keep you up to date because as it sits right now, he could very possibly face the death penalty here in the United States of America. And not just that, but his health is deteriorating because of all the stress that he's been going through for the last 7 to 10 years that he's been battling with this. So I've got a major report that I want to share with you, and one that I'm going to ask you to hear in its entirety, because if the UK and the United States has their way, then essentially journalism and alternative media would become criminalized. This is the biggest attack on our freedom and our freedom of press that we have ever seen before. Now, before I get into it, I want to give a quick shout out to my partner at hidewithlisa.com. If you don't have a VPN, I highly encourage you to get one today. Don't let the NSA or cybersecurity threats or hackers know what you look at on the internet. Get a VPN at hidewithlisa.com. All right, back to the report. So let's start first with what's happening with Julian Assange personally, because I think in order to understand the overall picture, we need to understand what these countries are doing to him. And if they can do it to him, I guarantee you they can do it to others. Do it to other journalists. Do it to the people that you love and listen to on a daily basis. But check out this report on theguardian.com. Julian Assange shows psychological torture symptoms, says a United Nations expert. The UK government is urged not to extradite WikiLeaks co-founder to the US, where he faces decades in prison. Here's another report on gatewaypundit.com. Mother of Julian Assange, the UK government is unlawfully, slowly killing my son. Gatewaypundit.com. Ron Paul, are the US and the United Kingdom trying to kill Julian Assange? ZeroHedge.com. Assange has been hit with an Espionage Act violation as DOJ unveils 17 new charges. In other words, Julian Assange is facing not only decades in prison here in the US, but if it's sincerely the Espionage Act, which it is, then he can also face the death penalty. This is a man who has set America free. This is a man who has exposed Hillary Clinton and how she leaked out classified information to other foreign countries. This is a major crime, and yet no criminalization has come against Hillary Clinton. Instead, the man who went after exposing the Clinton fraud, Clinton corruption, he is now facing penalties and jail time. Right now, this man, who is seen as a hero by many here in the United States, is suffering. His mother is even concerned that they are slowly killing them, along with Ron Paul, who asked the question, is the U.S. trying to kill Julian Assange? This man is a hero, and this man is being treated like an enemy. But you know what he had to say? Check out this article on thewashingtonstandard.com. Julian Assange on the war on free speech. Everyone else must take my place. The article states, in a handwritten letter from Belmarsh Prison, Assange says he is being denied a chance to defend himself and that elements in the United States hate truth, liberty, and justice. Assange says that the U.S. government wants him extradited and dead for telling the public the horrifying truth about their government. Now, here's what the letter actually stated from Assange, and I quote, I am defenseless. I am unbroken. I am literally surrounded by murderers, but the days where I could read and speak and organize to defend myself, my ideals, and my people are over until I am free. And he makes it clear right here, everyone else must take my place. The U.S. government, or rather those regrettable elements in it that hate truth, liberty, and justice, want to cheat their way into my extradition and death, rather than letting the public hear the truth, for which I have won the highest awards in journalism and have been nominated 7 times for the Nobel Peace Prize. Truth, ultimately, is all that we have. What a heartfelt statement. A man 7 times over, Nobel Peace Prize winner for exposing corruption, now facing death and decades in prison. And then from prison, he tells us we must take his place. We must start exposing that corruption, revealing the truth of what's really going on. Why? Because we're losing it on a daily basis. It's being taken from us, maybe not violently, but through the means of safety and rules and regulations, all in the name of this is better for you. They always take away your freedom with a thunderous applause from the people because they do it in the name of this is better for you, in the name of you don't need to hear that conspiracy theory. They're just causing violence, even though that's not the case. That is how they rip away our freedom. And that's what's happening with Julian Assange. And if this is allowed to go through, then they are literally criminalizing journalism. Take a look at this article on thenation.com. Trump's charges against Julian Assange would effectively criminalize investigative journalism. Unfortunately, that's what they're doing when they put Julian Assange behind bars. That's what they're doing when they have the death penalty as an option for a man who has been hailed a hero by many people, not only in the UK, but here in the United States of America. They're stealing our last battalion of freedom of press, and they're doing it right in front of our noses. I'm not happy with the way Trump is responding to Julian Assange, and I hope something changes and fast. But keep in mind, he is battling the intelligence community on this, and it's not like they're in good standing right now. Not only that, but right now, they're forcing and forcing journalists in the European Union to stand for globalism. Check out this report on Infowars.com. EU is urging bloggers and YouTubers to promote their globalist agenda. If you don't promote their global agenda, well, let's just shadow ban you. And I've exposed much of that here on my channel. Anyhow, keep your prayers at a high point for Julian Assange right now, for his family, for those impacted, for all those dealing with his situation. Please also keep in prayer our freedoms and our freedom of press and our freedom of speech and our freedom of religion. I think this is something we need to start adding to our prayer list. Anyhow, if you like what you heard, give me a thumbs up, share it everywhere. And I also have Patreon. If you guys want to donate that way, I do additional videos that are exclusive to Patreon only members. So you can check that out in the description box below. Anyhow, I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.